This year, we'll be hearing from United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills of the 82nd Airborne Division. Sergeant Mills was on his third tour of duty in Afghanistan when he was critically injured on April 10, 2012, by an IED while on patrol, losing portions of both arms and both legs. He is one of only 5 quadruple amputees from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan to survive his injuries. Thanks to his amazing strength, courage, and incredible will to live, the heroic actions of his unit, and the prayers of thousands, Travis is currently at Walter Reed Army Medical Center near Washington, D.C., where he's on the road to recovery. Every day's a battle, but Travis continues to astound friends and family alike with his progress and amazing spirit. Sergeant Travis Mills is a genuine American hero for his incredible sacrifice. We are forever in his debt, and I now ask Sergeant Mills to come forward and tell his story. Sergeant.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys sit down. You're good. Thank you. I didn't know I was supposed to say sit down or anything. I do appreciate it. Can everybody hear me all right? Yeah. I'm a little taller on my tall legs than 3'7" where I am actually now. So a few things. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. It's truly an honor, and I'm humbled by the experience. Everybody's a little bit worried that knows me personally, that my father up there, I'm kind of a jokester, so he's worried I'm going to say something, inappropriate. I'm not, I don't think, but we'll see what I can do. Today, we're here for the fallen to remember what their sacrifice was, and I think the best way for me to go into it really is just tell a couple stories. I'm not a professional speaker, so if I don't do very well, hey, at least I told you I had it coming. I got a few talking points. If I ramble, my wife's going to clap 2 times, so I know when I'm rambling, my wife will tell me. And don't think anybody's being rude. She just tell me to move on. So thank you. All right, so for me, the service, when I was 18, I went to college. It wasn't for me at the time. I'll probably go back. But for me, it wasn't 18. I was wild, wanted to have fun, wanted to get out there, see the world a little bit, and I did. I joined the Army, decided to go the Airborne, and went to the 82nd Airborne Division in August of 2006. There I deployed 6 months later for my first time to Afghanistan in 2007, 2008 for 15 months. Unfortunately, the only thing we saw was a suicide bomber run up, and he tried to blow us up. He wasn't successful. That was the only scrape we got into. And then on our second deployment I went on, it was in 2009, 2010 for a year. And before I went, there's few people that I was next to or around or that I know personally that were friends with me, in the battlefield. People, they perish. So one guy I look up to, his name's Sergeant Tyler Juden. He's not from Michigan, I'm sorry, but he was a role model. I'm getting a little teary-eyed, sorry. He was a year older than me, and I looked up to him as a big brother. He was the 11th ranked sniper in the Army at the time. I'm so sorry. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than this. He went on a patrol 2 weeks into deployment and decided that he would volunteer. Sergeant Juden's convoy got hit. He jumped out of his truck, ran to a high position, emptied 7 magazines until he was all gone, ran back, jumped in his truck, and a recoilless rifle shot through the side. And he eventually wound up dying. So I remember him on these days. I'm not a sissy, I promise. I can take a hit. But he's one of my good friends. And he's gone now. So I remember him. I'm not as sad about it until today. I remember him teaching me things, yelling at me for my strings out of my pocket, and I'm thinking, I'm the same age as you. Leave me alone, buddy. And it didn't work that way. And then I was on to my I came home from that deployment. I was on my 3rd deployment then, and this was just this last April. I was now the guy everybody looked up to, the staff sergeant that knew everything. Or at least I pretended to. Right, Sergeant Major? Just kidding, just kidding. And then I was hit April 10th. I sustained some pretty bad wounds. My right arm and my right leg were never found. They disappeared, so that's good. Hate to see him laying there and not being able to put back on, you know? My left leg was almost all the way through and taped my leg, but I laid on the ground knowing I'd be okay. You know, my medics were freaking out, like, hey, you're gonna be fine. He kept telling me it repeatedly. I said, hey, buddy, I'm gonna be okay. Don't worry, you know. I have faith in you. So then, after all this, guys looked up to me, and they were really, I was their mentor, if you will. So I flew to Germany, and 4 days into it, when I woke up for the first time on my birthday, I begged and pleaded for them to call my unit. So I sang them the 80-second songs that I would sing when we got back from missions, and told them, keep driving, it's gonna be no problem. I'll be okay, I'll be at Ramside. Well, a month later, or two, around this time of year, a young private named Brandon Goodine, again, not from Michigan, stepped on an IED, became a triple, and as they were carrying him on the litter out, the guys carrying the litter stepped on another IED, and he ended up perishing from that. And I remember him overseas telling me he would follow me anywhere, and he would do anything for me, and that meant a lot. That meant a lot. Wow, I didn't know I was going to be such a sissy up here. I'm so sorry. So those are 2 guys that I personally remember, and I fought next to side by side. And the last person I want to talk about, his father was my baseball coach. He taught me from Little League from, I think, 9 years old up to freshman year of high school. And Christopher Eskelson, his mother's here, she's up there, he decided to join the Marines. He wanted the money for college so he can go to school and be a doctor. And he was smart enough, too. Even though he did get in a little bit of trouble in school and punched a kid through a glass window or something. We don't get into that, right, Mitzi? But someone that was a close family friend, he was wounded from Michigan, from my hometown. He was shot through the chest, through and through by a sniper, and he did not make it home. So Memorial Day, for me, has a special meaning. And I'm just honored to be here, and thank you for your time. I keep going because my wife and my child are still with me. My family is great. The support from Michigan, especially, is phenomenal. And just for the record, I didn't know all of your loved ones, but I'll tell you right now, in the service, we all have the brotherhood that no one knows about or understands unless you're there. So from my heart to yours, I'm so sorry for your loss. But I wasn't there with you guys when you know, were at the funerals and moving on. So now, like any funeral or any service that you have for them, it's time to remember the happy thoughts and the great things. So for me, I remembered Sergeant Tyler Juden, who would yell at me and tell me to tuck my strings in my pockets, and I was mad at. I couldn't believe he wouldn't leave me alone about it, who taught me so much. It's Brandon Goodine, who was right there and told me he'd leave me anywhere. He followed me anywhere, and he would do anything that I needed, and I asked of him because he trusted me so much. And Christopher Eskelson, who on the day after Christmas, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, before my first deployment, I had the phone call about him passing. And it was rough for my mom and dad to deal with because they were such good family friends and I grew up with. But like anything, you move on. So, like I said, from my heart to all of you up there, I really feel your pain. I can't say I know what you're going through, what you have been through. And thanks for giving me this opportunity. I am so sorry. I'm so teary-eyed and such a sissy. I really am tough. But anyways, hey, thank you for the opportunity. I wasn't supposed to take over 10 minutes, I don't think, because you guys probably want to get out of here. And not out of here. It's a great day, but who wants to hear me ramble about things? So I'm going to keep going strong, keep going hard. I walk everywhere. I can feed myself. And I guess I'm the definition of what you would call Michigan strong, like everybody here. So I'm proud to be from Michigan. I'm proud to be here. And thank you for your time. Everybody have a great day.